Now this project had a lot of challenges. Stick around and I'll show you what happened. Sounds like I have a frog in my throat. So let's go. I'm using on this one 2 pieces of wood, leftovers that I had from previous projects, and the idea is to make a box for jewelry and create it so everybody look at it will know it's a box for jewelry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create first of all the box, and then I'm going to create the lid, and I'm going to use resin, clear resin for it. So let's see step by step what happened here. It was really a nightmare, and it was a hell of a challenge to finish this job. I'm creating a cylinder, and I'm using the V shape of black lines just to make it smooth, so I don't have to work hard with the sandpaper. And now I'm marking the bracelet. Are you asking what bracelet? So what the idea behind my project is I'm going to create 2 bracelets that floating in the air and are connected with a chain, and that will be the outer pass of the box. Now here I'm creating the bracelet, and I'm going to, I'll show you later what I'm going to do. Is it's actually the bracelet are sitting, you'll see them, that's the rings that's standing outside, and those are the bracelet, but you need to know it's a bracelet. So that comes the next step. After I clean it up, I'm going to groove it in the middle, and here it is. And now after I done the grooves on both of them, I'm going to take a resin gel. I'm going to mix it with gold and copper shavings, and I'm going to put it inside this groove all the way up. I'm going to put it overnight, and it's going to turn very slowly. My lathe, that's not the real speed, that's the quick speed. My lathe goes to 50 RPM. And now the next day I'm just cleaning up the leftovers, and I'm going to create, you will see now, the bracelets. I don't know with this voice, but it is a bracelet. On this project I'm using quite a lot the mini tools from Blackline. It helps it because it's a small project. Just to give it a quick shine, I'm using metal wool, and I'm with a little bit of water. Now you will see I'm cutting marks in the bracelet, and you will see just now why, and because I'm breaking few pieces out of it. And in those pieces you will see I've got an idea that was also a challenge. I think that by the end of the day, that what killed me or killed this project, or created most of the challenges of this project. So what I do is I take a chain and I glue it in with super glue, and I'm going to connect it to the other side of the piece. So it will be like a bracelet, 2 gold bracelet on each side with the chain holding them together. To give it a little bit more of a sparkle, I thought I'm going to put a little bit of, like a fraction of a drop of blue into the clear, and it will give it this bluish reflection. And at this stage, I start discovering that I've got a problem. That was my first challenge. That was the biggest problem. I see cracks. And that really baffled me, because I didn't use a lot of resin. I didn't overfilled it, and I didn't overloaded, so it can't be that it had such a high temperature that the resin cracked. I done bigger project with it, but so I decided to fix it, and what I done is I done a sleeve around it, and I filled it up with resin, and I left it again overnight, and we'll see what will happen now. I'm taking down the mess. That's a day later. I'm taking down the mess, and I'm praying that all the cracks will fill up. Sending it down all the way to 600, and I just want to see. Here I'm using again the wool. I just want to see if there is still cracks over there, and on behold there is cracks. So I decided another system. I'm going to use UV resin, and I will try with UV resin, but this one took ages. So I brought the big guns, and I used the big UV light, and it dried quicker. And I think it solved the problem, but I'll see it only a little bit later. I'm creating, of course, the base of the box, my logo, and the 3 lines. Let's burn them in a little bit. Burn, baby, burn, and we'll take it from there. Part it so I can start working on the inside of the box. I used a bicycle rubber to put on the back of it, on the base, so it does not scratch in case it's got a catch, and it worked all right. Now here I made a second mistake. By the way, this is a glove. A friend showed me how to do it. You put Velcro on the glove, and then the pad sticks to your fingers, so you don't have to hold them. They're sitting on that. And I think because I wanted to be clearer as possible, I cut too much towards the outside, and I made the wall a little bit too thin, and one of the chains just broke off inside the resin. So number 2, and here I'm using water pads, sandpaper water pads, and we'll see how does it look now after we done the repairs with the UV resin. As you could see, the cracks are still there. I don't know what to do, so I just put it aside, and I decided to start to work on the lid. It's another piece that I had from a previous project. It's a wild olive, and I just decided to go to work on the outside, just to clear my head a little bit, and think what caused it, what can I do to try to save it, because it's a good idea. By the way, it looks like I'll have to do it again one day, because the idea is good, and I think that it will be a very nice present. First I'm measuring the outside, so I know that the outside will be identical like the inside, and now I'm going, the outside will be identical like the box, and now I'm creating the inside, the lip that sits inside, and I'm doing exactly the same like I done with the bracelet. I'm going to make a groove, and I'm going to fill it up again with gold and brass. And when you close it, it will not look like a piece of wood sticking into the box. It will look, I think it will have to look like, I hope it will look like it's a chain sitting inside the box. And that was my third idea. My third idea was, let me smear it with some resin. I'll put a thick layer of resin on the outside and on the inside, and then the next day I will do the whole thing again, and I'll flat it down, and I will polish it. I left it on the speed. That's the real speed, and here I'm putting the gel into the lid. 24 hours later, I'll start first with the lid. I will check that it fits into the box, and then I will only work on the box, and I'll polish the box nicely. Sandpaper it. I will sandpaper it all the way to 600, and then a Yorkshire grit. And I didn't want to put aubergine juice. I just decided to leave it with the Yorkshire grit only. Now you're asking yourself, why do I drill a hole over there? Okay, so I'm drilling this hole that will fit my mini chuck, and it will be able to, it will be a recess for my mini chuck, and that's what I done now. I turn it around and I'm start doing the outside of the box, and that's with the mini chuck, and that's why I drilled this the small hole over there, so it will fit into the jaws of the mini chuck. This piece of wild olive, it's a very nice, very nice. It's got very nice pattern. Now I'll do the 3 and 2 novus. If you didn't subscribe to my channel yet, I think that's the right time to sign and subscribe and press the bell so you will know when I'm having a new video. I think this time I have to admit defeat. It came alright, it came exactly what my idea was supposed to be, but I've got those cracks still there, and I don't know why. Maybe because the super glue, maybe because the chain and the wood and the difference of the temperature. I haven't got a clue. So please, if you have an idea, let me know and put the remarks at the bottom. Give me your comment. What do you think? What happened over there? Here they are, those cracks. I will have to do it again, but if you have any idea, just give me, write it down in the comments, and I will appreciate it. Cheers, and I'll see you in my next video.